Hello, hello. Welcome along to this interesting stream. Someone linked me a video this morning of this VR app called SynthVR. It was someone doing a Pink Floyd cover. And I'm just like, I have to try that out as soon as possible. And I figured it would be good to do a live stream because it's good content. I've simply just downloaded this and installed it. Where's the camera? Hello. I've downloaded this and installed it, made sure it's working with all the streaming software. I'm using an Oculus Quest. It's an Oculus Quest 1. The 2s are out, but they're really, really good budget VR sets. And it does run natively on the Quest, but I'm using it on the computer via the Steam, the Quest Link thingy, just so I can do all the streaming stuff. So you can actually run this on batteries anywhere without any cables, which is really, really damn cool. Yeah, so the other thing is I'm using the microphone which is built into the Quest here today. So I'm not too sure how it's going to sound. So if there's any volume issues or anything, if I need to bring the audio down or up or something, can you guys let me know in the chat? I should be able to. Let me just sort out my life here. If I push this button. Yeah, so I can actually, you guys can't see it, but I can read the chat here and I'll be doing that every few minutes or so just to make sure I'm not alone. And yeah, so this is SynthVR. You can grab it at 42tones.itch.io/synthvr. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, the link is in the description. If you're on Twitch, you'll just have to Google SynthVR. It's currently in a free alpha state. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I may have to fuck around with a few things as I get used to this, but we'll see how it goes. You know, we're using a lot of weird technology here, so I'm gonna guess we'll hit something which is a bit strange, but that's cool. And hello to everyone in chat. Pilk, Rhombus, Matt Static, Truth Be Told, everyone else. Thank you, Pilk. Pilk's just linked it on Twitch. So 42 tones, the number 42 tones.itch.io/synthVR, one word, all lowercase. Okay, so I'm really attracted to VCV Rack, which is the computer version of a modular synthesizer. Heaps of modules, heaps of things to play with. If you're like me and can't afford to fully get into modular synthesis or UREC, yeah, it's a really good alternative. And I was quite surprised that this just popped up today. I've been looking for something like this for a long time. I've been waiting for someone to develop a modular environment in VR where you can plug in patch and all that kind of stuff. So I was really, really stoked to see this, and I grabbed it straight away. So this is the environment when I first loaded up. I could see there's a little box over here. So first thing I need to do is, I'm going outside of my zone here, but let's just check. Can I move this? Okay. So let's get this in frame. So it appears that going to either side of one of the boxes means you can move it, you can tilt it around, and that's all good. And this looks like this kind of the setting/add area. So let's just go right ahead. So we've got the controls. Let's have a look at this. So we can teleport. Not too sure if I want to do that in my small space, but what button's that? This is this one. Okay, so we can flick around. Let's go back to here. Very good. What else we got? Menu controls. Okay, that's what we're looking at now. Using the menu, we can figure this out. So let's go ahead and create something. So we've got sources, modifiers, control sources, control modifiers, effects, sequencing, connection mods. This looks like fun. How do we scroll? We scroll, we're dragging. And these look like virtual cases that we can use. I'm just going to bring this back a little bit. Let me just check the chat there. All right, so let's go create. Let's have a look at audio sources. There seems to be a pretty limited number of modules at this stage, but looking through the website and the Discord server, it seems like the developer is really active with this and like producing lots of stuff. Also doing live streams himself with updates, and I also think I saw one of him actually actively developing the app. So for the audio sources, we've got an Osc out speaker and a prime wave. So let's just go ahead and click on the speaker. The speaker plays a spatialized sound from a single input. It's just that simple. Try connecting different parts of your modular to different speakers for surround sound effects. There is no limit to how many speakers you can have. We'll see about that. Okay, so let's just go create. Okay, very good. So we have a speaker. Let's put that up there. And let's go back. And let's just simply grab one of these oscillators, a simple sine wave oscillator. I'm sure we can figure that out. I'm no way an expert in modular synthesis, by the way. I'm pretty adept at synthesis and what things do, but you know, there may be some things I have to figure out. So here's our oscillator. I would like to connect that directly to the speaker, but I'm worried it's going to be super loud. Let me just turn the volume down here. We've got an amp on the Osc, so I'm assuming that's the amp. Let's connect it to here. That was straightforward. And let's turn it up. How about that? We have a sine wave. Just check my levels, no BS. Very good. Okay, we have a freak. Very good. Super simple. Okay, let's get another speaker going. So let's go back and speaker, create. Let's put this one over here. Can we connect multiple outputs? No, we cannot. So we're going to need a splitter of some sort. Oh, I just created another speaker. How do we get rid of stuff? There we go. So let's go back. The connection mods, what do we got? Add, smooth. We got a splitter. Looks like a two-way splitter, a four-way splitter. So we've got logic stuff, which is really cool. Let's add this. Can I? Yep, if I hold it down, it works. Okay. So I'm guessing the green is our input, the red is our two outputs. So let's take this into the green, like so. I like the cabling, that's cool. Whee! And let's get the speaker going to there. Hey, look at that. And then we can move this around, I think. If we put that up there. Very good. I feel like we should add like an actual amp module if there is one. So here's an amp. Here's a lab mix. That sounds like more what we want, so we can have multiple inputs. So let's create one of those. Let's go ahead, and we don't need the splitter anymore, so let's get rid of that. Let me just check the chat. How's everyone doing? Awesome. Welcome along. Okay, so let's move this over to the side for when we want to create stuff to the right. Let's put the mixer here in between the speakers. We'll connect the left output to here, the right output to here. My right touch controller battery is low. That's going to be interesting. So if that happens, I'm going to have to leave and go get a battery. Let's connect the output into this input. And we have a volume. We have a pan. That's pretty neat. I have a feeling any artifacts that you might be hearing as far as sound issues is actually coming from my computer and the processing power there. I don't think it's coming from within this. So that's cool. Okay, let's see what else we got. So we've got an oscillator, we've got our frequency. Let's go ahead and create let's put some sequencing in here. Okay, so we've got two options. We've got a clock and a sequencer. Let's have a look at the sequencer first of all. So, very good. Oh, we've got a clock as well. Let's put the sequencer here, and we will need the clock in order to make the sequencer run. So we'll put that next to it. Clock into clock. And look at that, it's moving across. How cool. So I'm going to guess it's very simple. We just attach the value across to the CV in, which is going to be attached to the frequency. And now we should be able to move these around. Pretty damn sweet. Like, already happening. I'm loving this. Where's the clock? Let's change the speed. Slow. Let's make it go really fast. Seems to be as fast as it goes, but I'm pretty sure we can use some other components to get that faster if we wanted. We have on, off. Very good. Let's go ahead and add another oscillator here. Create audio sources. A lab out. That looks like I'm going to assume here that this is just like having two speakers without the kind of visual component. So we don't need that. Let's try this prime wave. So this looks like a bit more of a complex oscillator. I'm not putting anything in racks at the moment, just we're going to make a big mess. So we have coarse, so that'll be the pitch. We have a mix. It looks like we have two oscillators on each side, A and B, I'm guessing. This one seems to be a frequency modulated oscillator, so very good. Here's our waves, so we can change our wave shapes. We've got a sine, triangle, square, sawtooth. Oh, we've got a bunch of interesting ones. Okay, let's go ahead and grab another splitter. We'll go for a split 4. We'll try and run everything off that single sequencer for now. So let's chuck this up here. We'll take the value, send this to the input here. Let's keep that going into the CV in here. And let's have another output of this. Where are we? Let's have this one going into the pitch here. And we'll have a mix of A and B coming into this channel here. Very cool. Let's turn that down a little bit. I just want to focus on this prime wave for a second. Let's go through the waveforms. It's quite a nice saw there. Okay, so we can morph between two wave shapes. Okay. So we've got so it is a single oscillator, but we can morph between the wave shapes here. So I'm guessing the FM needs an input. So let's go ahead and create just one of these basic lab osc things here as the FM source. Put that down here, or put it in here. Output into FM. And we have an FM synth. Let's take another output of this into this. Okay, let's get an envelope going so we can get some gating going. Bring this up here, why not? I love it. This is a lot of fun. Go for this one here. No, we don't need that. Yeah, let's get an amp. And let's have the output of this going into the amp. What have I done? No, in and out. Very good. Let's try and find an envelope. Lab envelope. I don't see any kind of LFO, but that's okay. We've got oscillators to do that job. Okay, so let's connect the output of the envelope into this. We can take the trigger value of the sequencer, feed that into the trigger in. Let's bring the attack decay down and release. Trigger out. Yeah, CV amount all the way up. Very good. Okay, let's attach that envelope to a filter as well. So auto modifiers. Oh, I've got a nice splitter here we could use instead of the super sphere thing. So let's go ahead and add this in. Put this here. So the audio needs to come out of here into the input here. We'll bring the output back into here. Let's have a listen to how the filter sounds. Let's bring the volume up. I like that you can use two hands, so we'll get into this. So let's bring the resonance up, make it scream. We've got a drive as well. Cool. We also have a mix, which is interesting, kind of a dry wet, I'm guessing. Okay, let's get this envelope attached to the I'll tell you what, we'll let's create another envelope. Long hold, yeah. Let's create another one. This could be our filter envelope. And then we'll create a splitter. So put the splitter down here. We'll take the trigger into the splitter, and then we can have the trigger coming out into both envelopes like so. Then we can attach this envelope to the frequency CV. Yeah, that should work, yeah. And we'll turn it up. Awesome. We can go reverse. We have two frequency CV inputs, so if I was to let's create another oscillator here, and we'll attach the output of this to this input here, and we'll bring this right down. And we can bring the oscillator right down, make it kind of like a low frequency oscillator. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to create another splitter. This is great fun. I'm just totally lost now in the zone. Let's create another splitter. And we'll have the output of this coming into the splitter. Let's have this going into the decay of the envelope. Let's try the different filter types. Let's try the high pass. Let's try the band. Let's go back to low pass. Is there anything else? Well, we've got a different slope type. It's working quite well. This is a little bit too much. Oh, I've moved around the room. Okay. Let's play with this wave. Let's choose some different shapes. Okay, what else have we got? Just going to turn this down for now. We have prime space. I'm going to guess this is a reverb. So let's yeah, we don't seem to have a bus, so let's just chuck this here, and I'll feed the synth into the reverb. Hopefully having just one input will create a stereo output. So let's put this in here. Whoa, and right. So we'll go left and right. Fuck yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Width. So that's spatial width. We've got our damping. Size. And mix. Okay, now we have to make a kick drum. Let's go ahead and we'll just create another simple osc here. So this is kind of our synth area, so let's put our kick over here. We're going to need another sequencer. I wonder if I can duplicate this. I don't really want to delete it. I'm not going to risk it. Let's get another sequencer. The clock, we need another splitter. So this can be the clock splitter. Here's a reset. Not sure how I can get this to sync without doing this. I'm sure there's a better way. There we go. So let's make a kick. So here's our kick drum. We're going to need an envelope. create one of these. So the envelope for the kick, it's going to go into the pitch. We'll have the kick going into this channel here. Very good. We'll need the clock. I think I will create one more splitter here. So, let's chuck the trigger of this out into the input here. Output into the trigger in. Turn the attack, sustain, release down. So that's going to be sending the envelope to this. Let's turn these down. Let's focus on our kick. So these definitely need to be reset. Nope. Someone's going to message me at some stage and say, hey, you could have easily done this. Maybe if I just disconnect the clock from this. Good enough, right? Good enough. Let's get a filter involved with this kick. So we'll have the output of the kick going into the input here. And this way we can where's our envelope? Our envelope's going in there, so let's bring this over here while we're working. Let's get one more splitter. I'm probably using way too many splitters here. So the output of the envelope into the input, and we'll have that going into here. Let's have it going into this frequency. Is this right? Envelope out. Oh yeah. What am I doing here? Okay, let's just get rid of this. Let's, where are we? Let's do one more amp instead. So let's have the os coming out to the amp. I just want to give it some level. You know what, let's use one of those fancy oscillators. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm reading the chat like every 5 minutes or so. I can click around and do stuff. What are these guys? Okay, so we can get rid of this. Goodbye. You can go there. you can go here, envelope out, yeah. Pitch, output A and B, and let's change the wave. Now it would be good to have a filter here. To all right. My controller's just died. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. I need that to be less intense. So all right. All right, let's get an LFO. I want this to be attached to the pitch as well. So we might need to use an add here, see if this works. So we want the pitch from this to go into here. Yeah, no? Yep. Well, the output of this to go into here. Let's have this going into the pitch. Let's make it a bit faster. And I'll tell you what, we can have the output of this combination of the sequencer. Oh no, we'll have the output of this oscillator going into the size of the reverb as well. So let's get another splitter going. It's cool, you can hold a patch and you can also grip something with the trigger button at the same time. So you can turn it around while still retaining the patch. What have I done? In, yeah. And then this into the fuck it, let's make some hi-hats. Let's just really push the shit out of this. So we'll go for another sequencer. Might as well put the hi-hats over here with the kick. I like it when I turn my, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but when I turn my head, the speakers like give me a spatial sound. Pretty damn sweet. Yeah, so Ben on YouTube asks, is the audio directional from your perspective or stereo in your can? So it's from my perspective right now, but there is a device which is just simply this output. So if I was to put this here and put the output of that into here, it's probably better for you guys if I do this actually. So now it's no longer spatial, or from my perspective, now it's coming out. That's probably way better for people listening. Okay, so let's get another sequencer here. This is going to be our hats. We'll just do like that. So we're going to have this trigger. Let me just turn everything down. Bring this right down. How cool is this, huh? Look at this. This is fucking great. I'm in stage 4 lockdown isolation at the moment. And I love this kind of shit because it feels like I'm not in my room. Okay, so let's do some hats. So we'll grab another prime wave because hopefully we can use FM to make a kind of a noise, unless one of the Oscs is noise. We're going to need an amp. So we'll chuck that there. Let's get them all nice and neat. This is when the racks thing would be cool. I'm guessing I can make racks shortly. Like put that there. Yeah, all right. So the output of this, we'll just have output B into the amp. We're going to have to create a separate mixer which has like the drum stuff in it. So let's go back. I don't know what this lab note is, but we'll get into that soon. I think that's the only thing I haven't really mucked with, and the velocity. So we'll play with that shortly. So let's do another one for the drums. So this can be a drums mixer. I guess we'll put this up the top. Like so. So that means we can have the kick coming into this channel. Output left. Can I? Yeah, that's okay. It's doing the stereo splitting at this side. So there's a kick. So we want, I am going to want a filter here for sure. So where should we put it? grab another filter, audio modifiers, filter. And we'll just put it here for now. Might have to do some tidying later. We'll put it below because I've done it with the kick. Man, you can just fill up your whole room with stuff. So let's have we'll have just the output of the we'll have the output of the amp coming into here, and the output of the filter going into this. Very good. And we're going to need to attach the trigger to the CV of the amp. Let's bring the kick down. Very good. The gate length determines the speed. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see me if I get down. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Let's change the pitch of the wave, or the wave type. Doesn't seem to be anything white noisy, but that's okay. Can I connect the output of this waveform into the FM? Doesn't really do anything. So I will grab one more osc. And the output of that can go in the FM. Make it real fast. Kind of sounding good. We'll make this high pass. Not bad. I'm going to give that one more amp to bring the volume up. It's probably really, really sloppy volume management that I'm doing here, but so this goes into here. This goes into here. I really want to push that drive. Let's try it with the kick. Oh yeah, the sequencer problem. Cool, and it would be nice to have a reverb on those hats as well. value. Instead of the trigger, let's have the value going into this. Yeah. Another filter. How are you doing in chat? All right. You can really get the hang of this quite fast as well, you know. Hang on. There to there to there. No. Yeah, let's give that some movement. Oh, let's make it fast. Slow. Where's that oscillator coming from? This guy up here. Oh, we need one more. Another Oscar. All right. Let's go ahead and play with that that note value. So sequencing effects, lab note. Whoops. Not too sure how this works. So we've got notes in and notes out. All right, sounds simple. So we'll need to take this and listen to this. Pitch. Okay, let's put a splitter. Let's get rid of this. Let's be brave. Okay, so it's doing a minor scale. Neat. Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, whole scale. Whole scale. Okay, what else have we got? Lab note, mix, split, velocity. Ooh. That looks like fun. I don't know if it sends out a value. Maybe it sends out a value based on where in the... Yeah, it'll send out a value where in the X, Y, Z axis you are. Alright, let's try that. Let's just try Y. It's not working. Let's put the Z into the filter. Let's go for the Z value. Make that the FM. Oh no, that won't work. Z value into... Yeah. And negative Z into the space. Getting a bit lost now. A few more prime spaces. Whew. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Mainly because my head hurts. I've got my strap on way too tight. That was really, really fun. Totally beyond expectations of what I expected. Even with a very limited amount of modules, you can achieve whatever you want with these. I mean, I didn't even get into the logic stuff. We've got adds, constants, inverts, multipliers, pass-throughs, subtracts. I mean, you can build your own synth of those if you want. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be doing more of these streams with this for sure. Really, really blown away. Once again, go and, if you're interested in this, go and support the dev. I have to take my thing off to read it. So the website is 42tones.itch.io/synthVR, and it's in the description on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, a lot of fun. What do you reckon? All right, I'll catch you later.